Everyone, welcome back to Jaraci Cup 14. Last series we're casting today is going to be between NoFun and AGameAnx, so I think that's upper bracket quarterfinals A, I'm pretty sure. Kharak versus Coalition, hey, finally! Well, it would be AGameAnx who would do this. He likes to play a different matchup than just the beard, but I mean, really, we've seen a lot of KVG and KVK. We've seen a lot of Coalition versus Soban and Soban versus Soban, but this matchup we haven't seen, like, for the entire freaking tournament somehow. So, Shallow Assault can be taken away from AGameAnx. I think that's a good ban in general because you really don't want to fight on, like, you don't want to fight around those rocks in mid, but I always have been banning Kalash Teeth against Conef, and AGameAnx's actually going to pick that in the first rotation, so that's a bit interesting. Yeah, it's true, Firebase Krill, we're looking at that, but Canyon Ult gets taken away for NoFun, and then he picks, yeah, Firebass Krill, of course. Oh, it's actually spelled like that. Oh, that's amazing. Anyway, Torrent Crater gonna be the pick for AGameAnx, and then Kalash Teeth. And you know what? Torrent Crater actually a very good map for Conef as well, so that's interesting to see. NoFun takes the Boneyard, and then Tight End Passage would be the ace match. Again. As I run another test here, because you can never be too sure. Very good, very good. Rocking the Ukraine colors once again. You'll love to see it. But here's that first map. First map on Firebass Krill. And again, I think this is another series where we have a favorite, which is AGameAnx. He's the favorite when he plays almost anyone. But we've got a contender who really could take games off of him, so, you know. I would say, yeah, you should just expect a 3-0, but I think we should have expected a 3-0 from the last two series too, and it did not go that way, so. Let's see what NoFun can do. This is the era of the challenger. Also, it's Orb. I always like to say hi. SC for oh wait, no. This is actually gonna be some LAV strats for AGameAnx. And Sandskimmer Fab coming out for NoFun. But he does have the 2 on RUs, so possibility of a rush here. He keeps the base runner. We may see blast runs being built, but not yet. It takes left parentheses. Well, I've got to say, imagine that takes. That means 9. You should be doing it on Joke Patch, right? And then it'd only take like 1. Pretty new to DOK, yeah. Let's see what he can do. But you know, don't judge this guy too hard. Oh. NoFun's already pulling out the funky strats. I like it. I like it. He's building a blast run from here, but he's also got another base runner. Okay. Let's see what he can do. Alright. I like this. You know, I've always said, when you're playing in a series that is difficult, like, try just to play like a madman and see what you can make happen. I always like to see people do that, so. Production upgrade probably going to come out for AGameAnx here, but he's dropping the logistics module first. Because, I mean, he is pot black, you know, that makes sense. I agree though, it's kind of a little bit slow for the LAV play here, but he'll find, I think, this is actually good to go for. He needs a bit of defense here. Skims are in a nice little trap position there though, as this one comes around on the rock there. It's going to kill off this LAV, just barely. And if he can get over the hill... I think he can survive. Yeah, he should be fine. You really want to keep running, though. Oh, gosh, don't stop. Oh, no. It turns into 1-for-1 in the end. Oh, well. But yeah, you are. And see, I love it. I love it. It's like, I want to see people play like madmen. It's more fun that way. It's more fun that way. A couple blast drones done, by the way. I mean, he's finished one. The second one's about to pop through. This is an unfortunate position for this scheme to be in, though. Looks like it will survive, but it goes back in, and that is going to be its death. BD is in tow here, so be aware. There's some danger there. And Big Servant Inventory is teching for AGameAnx, so I think he's feeling the pressure. Yeah, this blast drone's coming at me. I better get a turret set up. He's going to evacuate these 2 salves as well. And if you've seen the way that, like, Majir plays, where he tries to get the BD hits and then kill things with the Sandskimmers, like, that's effective, so... You know what he's being afraid of here. NoFun getting dangerously close with the BD, but not quite enough to land a hit. But now there's 2 of them. And it is going to be Railgun Fab, so he's going to make this into a rail rush. You need to be careful diving a carrier like this, though. This is always a little bit risky. Uh-oh. But if the BD can land, it's going to be worth it. There's a good hit. He's going to drive up and then try and hit the salvagers, I think. That's what you ought to do. Looks like he'll go for the LAVs instead. Yeah, well, fair play. He's going to get all of these as well. By the way, he can go for the double extract too, because he has the base burners, obviously. And it's going to be assault railguns now. Okay. Honestly, I don't think that's too bad. He didn't get any salvagers, but he did manage to do some good damage to the LAVs, which is going to force A-Game to build more. Was ist das? Das ist es. Das ist was. Weißt du, Kumpel? You're not German. Who are you trying to fool? Anyway, welcome back, guys. Turret gets set up here for A-Game. BD gonna hit. This will kill a salvager, but these schemes are gonna die here probably. Oh, it works! Oh, that's amazing. Oh, you better tell A-Game about that. Yeah, I messaged him in DOK modding. Still want to know about this. I think it'd be really nice for Jaraci if things like that showed up. AV fab on the queue, by the way. It's true, I did. I can't deny it. I can't deny it. That is the truth. Yeah, I do. I do. I gotta say though, for NoFun here, you do want to be getting a little bit more pressure, and I think it has to be applied on the second base because there's a turret here on the main. I don't think you can just go back to ref mode at this point. Although, if you do, maybe there's thoughts to actually bringing your carrier out here. That'd be kind of interesting. Do you think that could work? Maybe. But, yeah, I don't know. Like, your opponent's on 2 base already, so if you just go back, I think that you're in some trouble. I agree with A-Game, by the way. Not to mention, if someone else can help out with it, then you can get... Oh. Some advice from them, too. 2 BDs will kill a salvager. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Very nice, very nice. Very, very good hit there. You'll love to see it. Yeah, well now you probably don't want to be attacking on the second base, do you? But, by the way, note that A-Game has 0 RU miners here, so he has been feeling the... He's been feeling the squeeze a little bit. I mean, that's obvious, but... Yeah, I don't know, maybe NoFun could have done it where you get, like... You start taking power for the carrier speed as well, probably would be helpful, and then you just try and, like, move your carrier out here. But either way, I think you do need heavy railguns at some point to make this work, so... Yeah, he's still new. He couldn't have stopped that. He's not really a very experienced player, so we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, NoFun with ref mode finished. He is on 2 base here, so I think he's actually winning in terms of economy. So that's pretty nice. Still a kind of a formidable LAV force, but I think that he's got the tools to answer it, so he should be feeling just fine about that. Another turret gets set up. And that should stop any more BD shenanigans for now anyway, but there's always this location. LAV's considering a poke in here. And NoFun's still playing this very passive. It looks more like a contain than a rush, doesn't it? But I mean, I think that's fine. Like, he does have ref mode and more eco. It's just, it would have been bad if he hadn't gotten that BD hit, I think. That's the big deal. That would have done a lot for A-Game if he just basically has 2 base faster than his opponent. Nice railgun hit. And railguns really do make this difficult for assault rails. This is exactly how you want to play this, I think. And it kind of forces your opponent to get heavies. But honestly, if I were NoFun, he's got the money for honor guards. I might just click up to that right now. It's like we'll take a bit longer to see those, if we see them at all this game. I mean, it's LAV rail, you know, honor guard is really powerful against that. And if you have your opponent kind of flustered, you might be able to get away with it pretty quick. So. He's got a lot of RUs too. Yeah. Go ahead. Click on. Give us an honor guard. Ah. mean, it's fun to root for the underdog, who's gonna get a great BD hit right now. I think we agree that's no fun. I take it all back. A-Game is really the underdog here. It's not fair. We have to root for him. Naja, natürlich. Es wäre Unsinn, für das Deutsche nicht zu rooten. How do you say to root for somebody in German? I don't know. Is that even a word? Artifact extracts, by the way. Nice missile. Yeah, he will kill this thing eventually. I mean, it does take one loss, but AV's never gonna be terribly happy to fight this many Sandskimmers at the same time. Geruten. Echt? Wirklich? No. Yeah, still honor guards are a choice here. It looks like he's not gonna go for it. BD though, gonna get another juicy hit here. Oh gosh. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, these BD hits have actually been ridiculous so far. Man. He's thinking of another one. No, he's not gonna get that out, but... Jeez. Don't tempt me. So Railgun's gonna have their way with the AVs here, but there is a turret set up, so that's gonna do a good job in warding off the skims. What they want is that Railgun. They're gonna get it though. They should get it. Okay, there we go. The turret post does go down. Actually, he's probably right to focus that down, although it does cost him another AR. But there's a lot of BDs up here in mid as well. You know, you might honestly just use these to deny this artifact, but I mean, I guess perhaps he can send the skims out there, but it doesn't seem like he's too keen to. The problem is there's still a turret on the main, so it's gonna be hard to get those guys on there. Especially turrets having AoE like they do, you'd have to be careful to keep them split up, which is a bit easier said than done. He's gonna try for it though, but I don't think this can work. Suppression from the AVs too is gonna be brutal here. Yeah, so these BDs are gonna be short for the roll. Oh, what the? He's got 4 artifacts. What the crap? When did that happen? You're right. I didn't see that. What the heck? Well, okay. Thanks for the reminder. Well, that does put it in perspective. A-Game's definitely feeling the heat here to try and just get control of the map. Gosh, what the heck? I actually wouldn't evacuate the base here. I think he's fine to just mine. Like, it's only 2 AVs. But NoFun has always been very good about evacuating the base, which you like to see. It's just sometimes he does it a bit too much. Yeah, exactly, exactly. Base Runner here is going to be killed eventually, although it did get that extraction out. I like this attempt though, just going to try and deny the 3 base here, and he will do so. But yeah, you can see main base doesn't take any salvager kills, so that's nice. Yeah, well, you can't carrier block AVs quite the same way. You can stop them from moving, but you can't stop them from firing. So. If it was OG Homeworld 1, you know, it would just be like, instead of carrier block, you would just ram people and kill them. Heavy rail is out, by the way, but it's gonna be caught actually by these AVs. We'll get 1 Sunder off though, that's actually pretty crucial. But still, it's a little rough to lose that. And NoFun's having trouble setting up 3 base. A-Game's been there for a while now. He's getting heavy vehicles armor 3. Doesn't have mag excel, but he can get that whenever he likes. BD will come, by the way. This actually does do a lot of damage to armored units. That's pretty nice. Oh, this assault rail didn't die. Ah, he leaves it on 14 HP. Very good, very good. Yeah. Well, I mean, it looked really good when it was denying 3 base, but when it goes in too deep like that, I agree, it starts to look pretty bad. Kills the heavy railgun too, but just goes a little too far. But, you know, still, NoFun has not been able to set up that 3-base. I think Honor Guards are still a good call here. But, you know, he's again, still on Artifact Point. Like, if he just gets one more out, he wins the game. So it's possible that the game will end on this push right here. A lot of skims. BDs are in tow as well. And A-Game trying to unlock the carrier, probably said he can get that over here. It's not clear how you're gonna get the field here. In fact, I'd love it if just like this one assassin skin came in to try to kill that railgun, although the turrets probably would shut it down. But come the BDs. Da-da. Da-da. Oh gosh. Excellent hit there. Excellent hit. Yeah, and I mean, how are you gonna stop this extract? There's just nothing left. It doesn't even like it still has the smoke ability, which would get it all the way into the zone now. Oh, and A-Game's gonna GG right here. Come on, he's so close. Just let him win by extract. I need to get that achievement, you know, which for some reason you can get by watching replays. But again, NoFun takes game 1 against A-Game, so that's 3 for 3 now, man. 3 for 3 in series we're casting, where you know there's an obvious favorite and he's like not actually clearly winning the series. This is crazy. Let's watch game 2 here. Torn Crater, of course, and this is A-Game's pick. If I do recall our info.txt properly. Next will be Kalash Teeth. And I was mentioning during the pick ban that I think this is a pretty good map for Conf. And it's because, I mean, it'd be a good map for ACs too by the same logic, but Conf Siege even more so for the barrage capability. They can take these areas here around the cliffs, and it's very, very difficult to push them out there, so. I'm trying to remember how the original Torin looks. I think main base is here, second here, third here. But either way, I think it is a little bit interesting that like the cliff ends right here and then there's this big gap. So like one ring of cliffs covers the bases for one player and then the extract for the other. It's kind of nice and aesthetic, isn't it? Anyway, we'll see what A-Game's plan is. Looks like LAVs once again. Only this time, note, he doesn't have the LDMs. This is a map where the bases are pretty far away, so I suppose it's not terribly efficient. I've always felt on this map when I build LDM salvagers right at the beginning, it's like I'm sending them off to freaking hell or something, you know, like, have fun! Just like miles away out in the godforsaken desert. Maybe I'm being a bit dramatic, but either way, it's actually going to be early AVs. That's very interesting to me. On Old Torin, I think this is kind of like a staple pick because the base is like right here. It's up against these rocks, very easy to attack, but Torin's always had a really long rush distance. And, yeah, I think that now that the bases are just like further away from the rocks in general, it's a little hard to... never. It's a little hard to AV rush here, but we'll see if he can get it done. You just have 2 LDMs now. Cast out to St. George. I mean, hell. Same thing, really. Got him! And it was ref mode for NoFun. Being a little greedy here, though. He gets 8 salvages before Sandstorm Trap. Although I don't know how many he had when he queued this. Could go for a tech now if he likes. And that would probably be the correct call. Like, if he had infinite caster vision, he'd want to do that because it's going to be AVs. But, you know, assault chips are always good. Plus, it leads to Con of Siege, which, like I said, is very strong on this map. Either way, right now he wants to be building skims. There's one. It looks like he will be able to evacuate the space safely. Usually good to, I guess, just go on to the other one then. You can build, like, buy a little bit of time to be building sand skimmers here, and you can just bring the guys over to this base and mine there instead. Support cruiser from A-Game, so it looks like just one AV and then he's going to go SC. It's kind of an interesting build. I don't really like it too much. I feel like it's a little too middle of the road here, but he is actually doing eco denial, so I mean, there's some merit there. I guess when I think of NoFun, I think of like a railgun player, so he might go for that anyway, but I think assault chips would be good here. Yeah, but it's so far away, right? I mean, by the time this lands, I think it's just going to be better to have gone SC first. Although, I agree, I know what you're doing with these LAVs. I'm just saying getting AAV tech, I think, was a little bit too early. Sandskimmer armor? I'm not buying it there. I think what you really want is just a second PC at this point. But he's gonna get a little bit of a rundown if he wants it. Looks like he backs away from that, though. You know, the reason you back away there is because you don't know what's in fog, and sure enough, there's an AV lurking around here, so he actually made the right call there. It's easy to get a little bit too hasty, just trying to kill off enemies, but this is the right call. Production upgrade finishes for A-Game, and he's jumping right onto 3 base, so that's going to be good if he can get that. The question is how far down can he hold his opponent here, right? Because if you make him get 3 base like way later than you're going to be really happy with it. This BD, I think, is going to be crucial, because a good hit on the AAV will let the Sandskimmers kill it. Or a good hit on the LAVs could take the legs out of the attack as well. Does he land the missile as well? No, that's going to be a miss. Last drone getting suppressed here. Oh, look at that, 2 PC. I actually didn't even realize he was building it. But assault chips are on the way, so that's nice. I want to get this guy back on the base, though. Get these guys mining again. Again, it's a lot of eco denial just by pulling people off the line. So that does add up, you know. That adds up. This guy, unfortunately, is trying to drop off on this PC and then go back to this base as well, which is painful. And you can see A-Game moving up onto 3 base. Pretty good. Yeah, if you're A-Game, I mean, you know that he wasn't on 3 yet, so I think you'd be feeling pretty good about your position here. Because you've got pretty good information about how far along your opponent is. I'm waiting to see what his tech choice is going to be, though. I think assault cruisers would be pretty reasonable, but... He's actually spent a lot of CUs on building salvagers here, so he's building up a bit of an RU bank, so I definitely expect some kind of tech choice to come out soon. Looks like he's actually just gonna get heavy vehicles armor. Taking a page out of Just Carrier's book, right? All he needs is AVs. And NoFun still on 2 base. He's got the other PC here, but he hasn't applied it yet. Skim is barely gonna live, it looks like. Wants to keep running though. Oh, don't stand still. Yeah, you're dead. Missiles are available too, but I think it's a little bit too late. Yeah. Worth a try though. Always fire these out when you have a moment. And yeah, it is going to be ACs, alright. A-Game finishes LAV armor 1. Here comes the fight. This is still like, this is armor 2 versus 2, actually. Note the BDs, though, they can still be crucial in this fight here. This is a big deal as well, though. On the other flank, he's managing to push in. And again, it'd be really good to like get the PC over here so that this carrier can move without worrying about losing eco. Comes a missile. It's gonna be another miss, though. He hasn't really been landing these too well. And so at this point, like, you might send one assault ship out here with maybe the BDs or something to cover it and try and get that base set up first, because... But I don't know, I mean, either way, eventually you need to be looking to get 3 base here, and like, A-Game is doing such a good job harassing, it doesn't really seem like that's happening anytime soon. Not to mention, ACs are on the way, like, he's building one already, so... Like, if NoFun's having a hard time, is what I'm saying, defending, like, 2 bases, imagine how hard it's gonna be with 3, right? So, And like I said, the bases are pretty far away in this map from each other, so it's not so easy to keep them all defended. That is a lot of AVs I see coming around the hill. And they've got armor 3 as well, so... NoFun's still in armor 2. Looks like he's gonna tech into air. But I think that Conf Siege really probably does more of what you need here. However, the thing is, like, if you can't scout, maybe there's air coming from A-Game, and you need this, so... Yeah, it feels pretty tough, actually, for NoFun already. NoFun is trying to set up his 3 base, though. That's 8 AVs. Not bad. There's only like 1 on this flank. I guess this guy got wounded, so they send him back to heal and he hasn't brought him to the front line yet. But... It's a bit of a standoff going on here. Here come the ACs though, and I think that's what A-Game is waiting for. Always nice to use the overcharge ability to get them into the fight a little bit faster, by the way. Air tech is done. And its interceptor is being built. So we're not going to go into bombers just yet, if that is his plan at all. Here's a nice moment for like a carrier block on the carrier, but it looks like he's busy microing elsewhere. A-Game's pushing in at the 2 flanks at the same time. Here come the BDs. Yeah, again, they can do a lot of damage here, actually. He's gonna go over here where you can get the AoE. Very nice, very nice. But this third base, or second base, if you will, is actually losing a lot of salvagers here. I think he has to use the interceptors, which is never good. Like, you don't want to reveal the air on your opponent's army, but like... If he doesn't, I think he's just kind of dead here. Interceptor's not launching, though. He doesn't seem to want to use them. Very nice smoke there. This is going to give A-Game a bit more time to hit these salvagers. Here come the interceptors, finally. Does it now, huh? Cow Schmau, right? Played him in the last finals. Yeah, all but 2 salvagers are dead here. All but 1 make it. Not to mention, he already wiped off all of the salvagers from that second base location. And he's getting salves here, too. Oh my gosh. Okay, he didn't quite finish this one off, thank goodness. But here come the ACs. This isn't over yet. I mean, that's actually some kill threat against the carrier, right? Theoretically. Looks like he's going to use it against the army instead. Attack Missile Barrage really close range. I'm actually a bit surprised he can fire it that close. But it does damage. Wow, nice. ACAA is teching as well. But this guy's going to be in some trouble until he can get healed, which might take a long time. Uh-oh. Yeah, the interceptors are not having any... Best AC reveal of his life, huh? Yeah, it seems they got a little bit too stuck in. Actually, I think if they used double attack missile barrage on the carrier, there was some threat to kill it there, but... That's not going to be the thing. But still, I mean, as the dust settles here, like, there's only 4 salvagers left, there's 1 on the main. Like, you know, I can't really overestimate just how devastating that was. That was bad. So... Units lost tab looks actually pretty even, but we know better than that. We know better than that. Because he killed 4 here, 5 here, and then almost killed 1 here. That's a lot of salvagers. I can't do math in my head, you know, for fear of shaming myself in front of the crowd, but let's just say that's a lot of money. Whatever 9 times 170 is. Attempted extracting here, by the way. I mean, NoFun's had these base footers since the beginning, so... But they're not going to get out, and these ACs are going to stop him. I do actually like the attempt, because he's saying, like, oh, you know, my opponent just lost a lot of army on the dive, maybe I can try to extract now, but... Alas, he is mistaken. Good BD hit, though. That does a lot, actually, wow. And assault jets can fight ACs, just not very well, but... There's 3 of them, so... you know... I don't think it's looking too good. I don't think it's looking too good. Another BD pops, but yeah, that ain't gonna do anything. Smoke though? Oh, what the? There's a carrier here. What? Gosh dang it. So if AGame's on top of it, he can actually carrier block to stop the extractions from being able to move into the zone. Yep, just like that. Looks like he didn't even need to. He had the damage, regardless. And yeah, NoFun actually gonna surrender here. Well, I agree. You know, this is the sledgehammer. It's gonna fall eventually. It's just a matter of time. He can try to like run around the map and make this look silly, but you know, it's just gonna waste everyone's time, I think. Excellent work. Excellent work. Well, let's jump into game 3. This series is cracking. 1-1 so far. As we move on to Collage Teeth, and again, this is typically a really good map for Conf, so it's a little interesting to see AGame pick it here. It's gonna be LAV Fed first, once again. One on our use, though. So this actually looks like AV Rush already. Gonna retire that base runner, too. Yeah, this has to be AV Rush. Let's check on NoFun side. Still don't know. I mean, he'll probably tech into Sand Skimmers now in just a moment, but... I don't know. Okay, yeah, there it is. I thought for a moment maybe he's looking to rift mode there. AVs started before 29:15s. That's a pretty good timing. Probably almost as fast as possible. Although I saw him have it open for just a moment there. And he'll build a couple of LAVs up here. This is pretty standard. That'd be like a year ago, man. That'd be really impressive. Half a year. Assault chip fab for NoFun. Right off the bat here, then, both players are gonna go for the tech. And I kind of think that favors the Conf player, actually, because, if the AVs have to travel across, and then they're meeting the enemy, like, he's gonna go back to his carrier when he sees the Sand Skimmers here, so... When he's got assault chips, I think he's actually gonna be just fine against the AVs. But we'll see. I mean, it didn't work for him last game, so certainly there's chances for both sides here. AV-Fab gonna finish any moment now, and then he'll start building one of those, I'm sure. Right off the bat. And it's 3 skims to 2, or sorry, 3 LAVs to 2 skims right now, so probably we're not gonna see any poking going on around the carrier, but AGame should be happy he's just denying like 2 base. There's no LDMs going on right now. He does have 1, so that's pretty good for him. Has to deploy a logistics module, which makes this build a little bit expensive, but he will do so. And the AVs are streaming across the map now. Production Cruiser is building a assault ship, though, I'm pretty sure. So let's see, who has armor? No armor. Oh, I see. These are actually both CU miners. Okay. Okay, interesting. Assault Chip and AV start shooting at each other here, but NoFun is the first one onto the tech for getting his armor defenses up. So it's 2 AVs here to 1. SD queuing for AGame, so he wants to say, okay, I'm gonna go to eco then, you gotta prove that you can do damage here if you want to be out in the middle. And NoFun would be pretty far away from economy, so yeah. That definitely is kind of the gauntlet being set down here. He's only got 3 AVs. Oh, it looks like he canceled that, actually. Okay, I take it all back. Yeah, he's thinking of carry production now. Now he's thinking of base run inventory. Okay, so he's actually going to play this very defensive. Honestly, I do like that better though, because I think that NoFun probably could get something done. If you're only facing 2 AAV, it's going to be a little tough. Detonation goes down as well. That's going to be a kill for sure, right? He can use the smoke to try and delay here. Ah, actually, maybe he can get away. Base runner has to smoke as well. Third smoke used. And that gets this guy out of the fight. He can even use a fourth of these. Very nice. AGameAnx. I haven't heard that in a long time. Now there's a name I've not heard in a long time. A long time. Base runner's here. Can set down a turret. Looks like he's gonna put it here on the high ground. More importantly, it's far away. So, in fact, yeah, that's gotta be all of it because this turret is kind of in the valley, so it might not even be getting high ground, but as coalition turrets are wont to do, it doesn't quite put down where he wanted. No, I'm quoting Star Wars, you know? Star Wars 1 or 4 if you want to be a hipster. Wait, I'm being a hipster. Gosh, I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, this turret will make it very hard to push onto the main. Yeah, well, he says it twice in the movie. Haven't you seen Star Wars? Come on, it's like one of the classic movies. It's for certain one of the movies of all time. Has to be a little careful of the turret here. He's taking a lot of damage, but he kills the salvager, which is nice. Especially because the support cruiser just popped, so you know your opponent wants to get on the 2 base here. Or rather, he'll be on 2 base, but killing a salvager, I mean, that's nice, you know? Extraction comes out as well. AGame's trying to match it too, though. 2 bases being set up for NoFun. So they're gonna be pretty much at the same time there. And if I were him, I'd be looking at Con of Siege right away, although it looks like he wants another PC, which is also very defensible. Speaking of defensible, here comes a turret. So it's gonna be difficult to push out on this location. We'll trade 1 for 1 so far, but that's gonna be 2 for 1 now. Maybe you can make it 2 for 2, but I have a feeling that AV will get out. AV here hitting the salvagers. It's doing some good damage. Blast Gun's gonna come try to support. Extraction comes out. Very nice, very nice. Very good shot there, very good. Well, I'd say this is actually pretty good for A-Game so far. The extractions are 2 to 1, so NoFun does have some advantage there. And if you remember back to game 1, that can matter, but that can definitely matter. But A-Game has good control of the field right now, and these turrets are very annoying. Con of Siege is not going to care about that, though. So yeah, Con of Siege is the build choice here. I like it. I think a second PC is popping right now. Yes, I do see it out there. Yeah, but like I said, these BDs actually have some pretty good damage against, the BDs have pretty good damage against armored units, so... Well, I don't know, this turret's annoying as heck. It's actually causing NoFun to back away, it looks like. I don't quite understand this, though. You really want to leave 1 PC on the main base if you're moving the carrier, and then, like, the second one can go here. But... I'd like to hear your input as well on whether Star Wars counts as one of the movies of all time. Because I think it's a bit of a debated topic. But... Oh, that's unfortunate. These salvagers as well, like, we're trying to rally on this guy for... So they went all the way over there and then they came back. That happens sometimes. Yeah. That's what I think, but... Only Morbius, yes. I stab you around, Alex. Knew I could count on you. This carrier's actually taking a lot of damage. You just want to drop the cruise missile on him there. I'm not sure what he's waiting for. There it is. Well, I just mean to say, like... it's definitely a movie, you know? you get it, you've heard that joke before, right? That's definitely one of the movies of all time. Anyway, artillery cruiser tech being flirted with for A-game, but he's gonna cancel that and go for assault cruisers instead. Very nice missiles. Excellent shot. Excellent shot, too. And we do have Con of Siege tech finished, so expect to see those before too long. I think I recall it actually takes longer to tech the range upgrade than it does to build a siege cruiser, so if you have the money, like, for both, you can... Well, almost the money for both, you could actually start this first. Like, he's actually bringing the PC over to kill this probe, that's amazing. I mean, it's not good, I don't think, but it's very amazing to me. Did he just say amazing? A little bit of a flank here, not being caught by NoFun. By the way, second extraction going to go out here for A-game. It's going to even the scoreline up, but this AEV is here on the base, and NoFun's army is really out of position actually right now. He's building 2 blast drones, which might be able to help. Yeah, but where's that Con of Siege cruiser? He's starting to float a lot. I think maybe he's just getting flustered or something. He's got fleet cap 85. I think he should have enough to build it right now. I like the smoke. I really like the smoke. But he could use step packs as well to kill this one off. Oh! Great smoke! Look at that. It's just right in the way. This AV can't do anything. Oh, that is so annoying. Both players showing they know how to use smoke, but there's the BDs. Gosh. Wow, that looks good. Amazing. Very good, very good. Jolly good show, jolly good. Yeah, but he really needs to build Con of Siege. He's had this tech for a long time now, and it's not going to care at all about turrets, right? I mean, that's the best thing here, so... Speaking of which, here comes the assault ships, but when he knows where the turrets are, you just blow these up immediately and it shouldn't be a big deal. Yeah, really, I mean, Conf is just unplayable in patch, frankly. Oh, very nice hit on the railgun there, too. A-game doesn't have any armor, actually. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, like, unupgraded heavy rails just kills in one shot, but... Looks like Skim's gonna try to kill the turret, but I don't think it's clear that they even can. Okay, here comes the missile, though. That's really what you want to use. It's good to send the Skims in to die like that. Con of Siege finally building. Yes, good. Very good. You're gonna want the range upgrade, too, at some point, but A-game with the double ACs, that's gonna be good as well. Here comes this, but we've seen this before. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't even worry about it. Actually, this one here might be a little annoying, though. But again, he's got the smoke. Oh, well, he's only got one now. Oh, well. Now he doesn't have any. Gosh dang it, man. You try to make a point about how good a player is, and then he'll just immediately screw up like that. Whatever. Looks like he's gonna try to fight it with Skims here, but at this point I'm not sure if he can. Still, it's armor 0 though, so maybe he can get away with this. But, you know, A-game's been on 3 base this whole time, so... Not to mention, a lot of mining time has actually been lost on these bases by now. Double AC is moving out across the field, by the way, off toward that 3-base location, which is where that Siege Cruiser is going to make his home. Now, Siege versus AC is an interesting fight, but generally if you have the numbers, you can win it as either side. And, you know, Coalition building 2 ACs at a time, that definitely helps, but... I mean, it's worth pointing out that NoFun really could have had, like, 3 Siege Cruisers by now, but... yeah, either way, it's going to be a bit of a tough fight for him to win here. I think... especially before you get range upgrade and the EMP shell, it's not really a fight that Conf wants to be taking, so... But those are expensive techs, not only in terms of money, but in terms of time. You know, it'll take him 2 minutes to have them both done, so... Yeah, it's definitely worth thinking about. Here come the missiles. It's an okay spread, it kind of dings this railgun just a little bit. Or dings the railgun, I have to say. Just be careful of this. Actually, I'm surprised this AC doesn't have high ground here, but it probably can if it just moves up a little bit. Attack missiles are going to land really nicely. Oh, he's standing still in it! Ah! Attack missiles get the kill already, so the first one falls. Railguns will die too, though. You would expect anyway. Yep, there it goes. And this AC will probably die here. I don't think that the blast drones really do too much, though. I would save this for something else, but he is going to use them here. Wow, okay, never mind. Blast drone, good unit. Takes a little bit of a dive in toward the main base, but again, there's a turret there, so I don't expect it's going to go too well. Second AC going to die, though, before it can really get too much damage. Ah, see, look, this turret actually doesn't have line of sight. Uh-oh. Okay, well, it does as they're leaving, but one salvager dies. Oops. Turn the health bars off. And NoFun gonna gain some control over the field here, but he still doesn't have 3 base. So, you know, over time, you really are falling pretty far behind there. And artillery's here for A-game. Once kind of Siege starts barraging, the artillery can precision barrage on it. That makes it very, very difficult, but Con of Siege doesn't have to rely on the barrage capability. It can also act as kind of like an assault cruiser, so it's sort of an interesting battle there. This barrage is pretty clairvoyant, by the way. I'm not sure how he knew to attack here, but it's just kind of firing blind. It's gonna hit some shots in the base well, maybe. Apparently it misses everything. Oh, not always. I submit replays when I lose. Map hacks, yeah, it's gotta be. It's gotta be. This is gonna be annoying, by the way. This time you won't get out of it just using base footer smoke. Well, they're not even there anyway. Well, but the railguns, actually, they're in a very nice position to answer this flank. I mean, if he keeps him, like, here, let's say, and then he sees the AC attacking him, he can just move him back. Oh, and this is fortuitous. This sand skimmer here is gonna actually spot the AC coming. So yeah, here come the railguns. And that should be fine. But still, the siege cruisers really need the range upgrade, and they need the EMP shell. I think both of those are pretty critical here. BD gonna come, by the way. BDs have a lot of packets, so this is gonna make a big difference that it's being armor broken. But if you can't kill the AC, I guess you do just lose that unit forever, so that doesn't feel too good. And again, NoFun very quick to pull off the bases, which is good in terms of not getting killed, but you do want to get back on there as fast as you can. Agen's gonna drive up with this carrier now. He's actually got mobility in systems 1 and 2, so this is a pretty powered carrier. We have not seen a lot of games in this tournament so far come down to, like, really powered carrier fights, so that'd be pretty fun to watch. Swing and a miss. Well, it's always worth trying, as I always say. This AC is still here, though. You know, this is what's annoying about ACs. They can heal out in the field and then just come back in. Kind of like the entire Galzium roster, am I right? But yes, you're right. The KSC is going to go up here, but it's not really in range to attack anything anyway, so... Uh-oh, you want to be careful with this, though. There's no railguns here, so it's not the most threatening thing for this kind of siege, but... Come on now. One heavy railgun here, by the way, but it's, like, being given a move order to leave, which is not good. However, it looks like the assault ship's actually going to clean this up. A couple of heavy railguns come up here, but they're also being carrier blocked, which is a bit awkward. Note that these are the game-winning artifacts for A-game, so, like, this push is scary, but you can't leave. You have to fight this. Oh, dear. Well, there's no rule that the winner has to submit the replays. Indeed, if there was, then we would always know who won the series. So, that's certainly not necessary. Looks like NoFun's gonna try to make the dive here to kill off the base runners, but he can't quite do it. In fact, he's hitting AC. Oh, and A-Game's gonna stop short of the extraction zone. BM, man. Oh! It's gonna cost him. The base runner goes down. Okay. NoFun's still in it yet, but it's gonna be a little dangerous for his carrier here. However, he does have a lot of heavy railguns, which might ward A-Game off a little bit. No, I was just joking. I didn't think he would actually fail to extract it there. I thought the game was over. Just a little mismicro, it happens. If you can thread the missiles in to kill off this AC, that'd be really good here. But you've got to be aware, actually, the carrier's going to take a lot of friendly fire at this point, so you have to be careful about keeping the carrier on top of each other. I mean for NoFun, because the kind of siege will do a lot of friendly fire. Oh, carrier is actually really low here. You see full power in the armor here, he really doesn't want to die. Well, I mean, relatable. Maybe with good missiles. Oh boy. That's scary as heck. NoFun needs to be careful here, though. He's still tasking all of his units to just hit this carrier, but I think he's out of the woods. Uh-oh. So he's gonna kind of allow the ACs to just do whatever they want for a moment there, and that's, I think, gonna prove to be critical. Oh my gosh, why isn't this one shooting at the KSC? It doesn't like Kentucky Fried Chicken? I mean, what's wrong with you? Oh no, the siege cruiser got carrier blocked. It didn't do any damage. It could have killed the AC in that volley. Ah! This is such a messy game. Well, this should be the end of it. This last artifact can't possibly be stopped. Okay, don't tell me that's not intentional. No way, no way. Oh man. What a game. What a series this is shaping up to be. Golly gee. Well, let's move into game 4. Oh my goodness. DQ. Yeah, I don't need to see the rest of it. A-Game's disqualified for his terrible BM. Terrible sportsmanship. Somebody wearing Ukrainian colors should do better. Oh boy. Really bizarre games, man. I like it though. This is a good series. This is a good series. There is no rule that you can't BM someone. That's true. That's true. I straight up made hottest man ever rage quit a tournament one time by BD rushing him. I'm pretty sure that's the record for the fastest games in tournament. It was like, I think it was like a 2-minute game. Yes. Looks like A-Game's gonna do the same build here. Wants to go with the LAVs. Well, I say same build. Actually, last game he did AV rush. But I don't know. He's being pretty slow on the pull here. It's actually going to be an SC. Okay, that's interesting. You know, I should have recognized it actually because he kept the base runner. So I take it all back. Sandskimmer Fab from NoFun. NoFun, by the way, would have loved to have this spawn because I reckon he would have rail rushed, but that's not going to be an option here. He's going to go for the assault chips instead. I actually do like him being aggressive here. It does feel like he gets a bit robbed though, doesn't it? Like, this is his map pick, but then he has the bad spawn, so. Man, if we could make our own maps, oh. I'd quite like to do that. Sport Cruiser pops for A-Game. And off he goes to that 2 base. Yeah, but RM doesn't even have replays, alright? So, don't at me. Don't at me. Even Homeworld 1 had replays. Think about that. I'm gonna get killed here, by the way. That's a nice pickup. A-Game saw the PC out in mid, so he wants to go to the carrier and find out what the tech is, but now he can't, so you've got to be worried about rail rush and assault chip rush here. It's a little tough for him. So what's the tech choice? It's gonna be AVs. Very fortuitous. If it was Railgun Rush, that might be a little bit more complicated, but... You know, this is not really a terribly easy place to rail rush anyway, so he might have felt okay about it. Assault ships are building. Oh, one's out, actually. Ooh. There's a turret set up, though. So, I think what you want to do if you suspect that there might be a turret is you actually lead with the PC and have it take the first volley, and then the assault ships can come up and kill it. He's got 2 assault ships here, he's gonna get a 3rd. Honestly, I think RM was just kind of meant to look pretty. Which it does. Man, it looks good. Anyway, need to be careful with the AS here. Uh-oh. Taking some damage. He wants to get in with this BD, but actually the turret's gonna focus that, so he goes down. No, it's firing at, like, max range here, but... So one assault ship goes down already. Like I said, you really want to lead with the PC here so that you can avoid that kind of scenario. But he's going ref mode, so he can kind of cope, I guess, by just going back to the bases. But still, he didn't get what he wanted here. This feels a little sour. Because, you know, if your opponent's already on 2 base, like, you're gonna actually be pretty far behind. Pretty far. Turret good. Turret very good. I like to just keep a pointed healing in the early game, by the way. Like, you know, when you start the game, you don't really have anything to put the power in as Coalition. Yeah, I like to put it in healing, just so that you can heal the guys up like this, but... Yes, it's true. Because turret good. That's like the only build in CVG. He's not kidding, by the way. Second extract gonna get out, by the way. That does feel good for NoFun. I mean, he's gonna... You know, he's gonna have a lot of power here. And again, if you remember back to Game 1, that was decided by Artifact. Game 5 was... Or... Game 5? What the crap? Game 3 was decided by Extraction the other way, so... These have been impactful. Wow, great missiles. Well, actually, he's got the health bars to fight this now, I think. Uh-oh, not if he waffles, though. Not like this. I think if you just go up there, I think you can actually win that 2v1, just because the health bars are so low. But yeah, there's a second extract. Can power up the missiles a bit, that'll give you a little bit more range, but I still don't think he'd be able to reach you. You can the AVs. They've actually got a spot of high ground here. That's the armor like 0, so that's pretty good for NoFun. And here again, you really want to leave a PC there so you can bring your carrier out. That's an okay missile. But again, he's got the BD, and I think that's really the thing to look at once again. It always seems to be in these kinds of fights. It's gonna get a hit. Very nice. Yeah, smoke ain't gonna save you there. Here comes another missile. Well, that's just overkill. Maybe he was trying to kill the survivors. I don't know. Railgun Fab done for A-Game here, so he's actually building some. He's built one already. And I actually really like this playstyle where he's going with the 2 base because he knows if he can just like take control of this position, his opponent's never really going to get 3 base, so he doesn't have to worry about getting it too quickly. That's true. It's food. Allegedly. Allegedly. But yeah, you really want to bring one of the PCs here so that you can use the carrier power better. And even taking power 1 would be helpful here, because then you can... Oh, okay, actually, this is good. Yeah, you want to get on this railgun if you can. I think actually he had the movement to get that, so it's a little bit sad. Oh! He got away with 1 HP! Oh! Illegal escape. Very nice, very nice. A-Game gonna extract 1 as well, by the way. I guess I always make a big deal when I'm casting about evening up the scoreline, but it's a bit funny to say that because, like, you don't actually make your opponent any further away from his win condition by extracting artifacts. You just get closer to yours. So, it's kind of interesting. But Fighter and Gunship Tech gonna be the call for A-Game here, but he is already on 3 base. Well, I mean, or at least he's about to be. If I were him, I would actually mine RUs here, though, because if he's gonna go Fighter and Gunship, he's gonna need him. But To be fair, though, he's expanding, and that does take CU, so maybe this is actually a better call. There's the extract. Oh, very nice, very nice. Actually, these LAVs should just go over here and kill off this railgun, right? Yeah, it's smoked for now, but that ain't gonna last forever. There it is. It's gonna kill that. Fighter and gunship tech is done for A-game. I like this turret up here, though, but he's gonna lose field control, I think. I mean, maybe if NoFun really chokes on the attack here, he might be able to hold off just using this turret placement, but... And to be fair, NoFun's assault ships would love a bit of time to just heal up here, but they're not gonna get it. Smoke comes down, it's actually a little bit too late. And it's helping the assault ships, like they can just drive up on this turret now. Oh, you shouldn't back away here, I think he's got it. Ah, that smoke was so helpful to him. He should have just pushed out there. Oh, this guy lives on 1 HP too, what's going on here? He is on 3 base though, so I mean, you know, keep note of that, but now he's got to deal with the air from A-game. He's taking interceptors, but that's gonna be out a little bit late. Yeah, but I don't think it's good to ignore the turret because there's always going to be artifact pressure here now. It's a little hard to push on this normally, so when that smoke was up, that was like a golden opportunity. I guess he probably would have lost this guy though, so Gibson is very happy about this. Skim's going to drive up and kill it. Well, he actually only lost 1, so that's not so bad. I want to just finish this thing off too, if you can. Kind of a funny little spread of upgrades here, but I always like to see it. It's good to get upgrades in DOK. This is a prime example of wreck block here, but he's going to kill off that LAV. And he's up on 3 base. A little bit later than his opponent, but he is up on 3 base. Needs to get anti-air though, because he could lose a PC here if A-game really wants to push the matter. BC fab on the queue. I like that. I like that. I like this drop. I like it. And Strike Fighter's gonna launch now. There's 5 of them. That should be enough to kill off a PC, I'm pretty sure. So you can try and mitigate it by keeping a base runner with them. Looks like he's actually going to go to the main base and try and hurt economy. But he's seen, so NoFun knows about this. You should launch right now. You should launch right now. Launch! Launch! Ah! Gotta launch! Where's the interceptors? Oh no. Oh no. Okay, here it comes. Here it comes. Interceptors are really late though. They need to just hit these strike fighters. Yep, they're gonna do just that. No afterburner, of course, he doesn't have that yet. Ah, the missiles go on a strike fighter that has already docked as well. Ah, no, he didn't get anything. I think that the production cruiser killed off one of the strike fighters, but other than that, like, literally nothing off of that play. Looks to me as if 2 died, actually, but he might have, like, canceled one. Oh, dear. Strike Fighters for their part didn't get too much, but he did get 2 salvages. That's pretty nice. By the way, bombers would actually be a good call here for the BCs, but of course NoFun can't know about that unit yet. True, true. I mean, if air is a counter to bombers, A-game already has that, so you might want to think about that. I do like SCAA quite a lot here. Again, the rule for winning air versus air battles really has to be about, like, oh gosh, not doing this. This is bad. See, this is bad. It's the beaches at Normandy, man. Oh gosh. Yeah, not even the BD game here. Thanks to the suppression from the AV. But yeah, the key to winning air versus air battles is to have ground-based anti-air and to fight around it. Like, this anti-air turret post is going to do a lot, and the SCAA is going to do a lot. And it won't be enough on its own, but if you're fighting with your strike fighters against the interceptors, yeah, you know, you're not going to be able to fight that, so... Yes, it could. Although, in that case, we might as well go ahead and try and fix some of the carrier stuck spots anyway. But yeah, you could fix that with the layout. Wouldn't be too hard either, I don't think. Yeah, getting the artifacts to spawn exactly where they are in the vanilla map I find takes a while, but that could really be done. By the way, BCs I think have been seen by now. Scoreline's 2-1 by the way. I mean, A-Game's leading, so NoFun does really want to win this. It's a serious point. He's very afraid. He doesn't want to jump in there unless he's ready to fight with the air. Which is correct again. Like, actually, I think NoFun does need missile ship fab here. You do want to get the ground-based anti-air in order to fight this. Maybe even railguns too, although I know Con of Siege can fight it as well. Con of Siege versus BCs, I'm pretty sure that BCs have less range than Con of Siege by a fair bit. Maybe as much as like 200 meters. So, although that might hinge. What am I trying to say? That might hinge on having the range upgrade finished, which NoFun was pretty slow to get last game. But either way, my point is, I'm pretty sure this fight can be taken by Con of Siege, but it's probably not very safe, you know what I mean? So, little run by of skims onto this side, by the way. This time it'll work. Although actually, it might be true, because there's no turrets here, so. Sandskimmer rating is done for NoFun, by the way. Oh! 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 Very nice. Anyway, no, seriously, that was amazingly good death packs right there. You know, that's like what you're always imagining is gonna happen when you go for a. Hey, it's me clapping, okay? Don't get your mind out of the gutter. Anyway, that's what you're always imagining is gonna happen when you use death packs, but it never does. But A-Game shows you how it's done. See, imagine this sped up. See, it's me clapping. Come on. There's no coming back from this. There's no coming back from this. There is no coming back from this, though. NoFun has to yield the third base location here. Which, like I said, this is what you never want to have to do on Boneyard, because it's really, really hard to fight at this point. Uh-oh. SCAA is here, too. Again, you can't really fight the air war over your opponent's ground-based anti-air. And another thing is, assault ships are not going to fight BCs. This is a very nice unit counter. You can see that on display right now. You'll see, look, this is what it sounds like. Bit of carrier power teching as well. He's already got mobility. Same for NoFun. Now you can power down these two systems and get more power in the missiles if you want to go for that. But give the strike fighters. There's no anti-air here for NoFun still. He did actually tech missile ship fab, but he hasn't had time to build any. Ah, but the Sandskimmers are actually getting a really nice trade on the railguns here. Interceptors are launching now. Here's a missile ship. Oh, is this Con of Siege gonna live? I think so. This BC is in a tough position to crack, though. Oh gosh, these interceptors are being totally inept here. Ah, the BC kills off the Con of Siege as well over on this side. Field repair is going to be used. Now this does make it a sitting target for the missiles, but he's actually firing over here for now. Interceptors, oh dear, they're just getting massacred over there. But there is some anti-air for NoFun though, so he is trading at least. What happened to that other Con of Siege? What the heck? How did he get here? How did this happen? Well, he'd really like to have it over here, so I can't say this is the ideal positioning. Kind of feels like this position is just folded for NoFun now. Yeah, and he's gonna GG out. What the heck? How did this guy get over here? And A-Game's gonna take the series 3-1. But again, I don't think any of the quarterfinals actually were 3-0 then. I can actually check this real quick. I'll show you what I'm doing. Yeah, none of the quarterfinals were 3-0s. Wow, look at that. That's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. Ah, yes. The zoom feature. Anyway, well, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Those were a great series all around. I guess I'm really impressed by the players that we tend to think of as just tier 2, you know. Yeah, they're not really going to take games off these, like, top tier guys. No, they did. Like, in all of the series, in all 4 of them. So I'm really impressed with the quality of players we've had. But it is going to be the top 4 up in the semis. It's going to be Marchbot, AGameAnx, myself, and Discara. So I hope you guys are ready to see us duke it out once again. But I'll see you guys next time.